What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? It is your girl Trisha just checking back in with a quick message before I head out for the day. To anybody who knew, I would like to say welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in here. And before anything else, I would like it if you can go ahead and push that like, subscribe, and share button. And don't forget to leave a comment and let me know how the videos also impact you. Below is also a way if you feel led, you can also donate to this channel to help push my missions as I continue to grow. I would like to be able to reach more people. A little bit about me. I am Latricia. I am a nonprofit owner of Let's Direct Our Own Path, where I do mentorships, where I do one-on-one, as well as provide housing for those who are in need. I am also a nurse by trade. Yes. So if any of my services you are feeling led or would like to tap into, feel free to always reach out to me. That information on how to reach out to me is below. You can also follow me on my other page of Let's Direct Our Own Path. That is more where I do go into ways on how to not sabotage yourself, as well as a link to my website where you can be able to purchase life coaching skills with me. If you need to connect to me about housing, any of that, all of that information is on the other channel where that is designated for. But today, what I wanted to talk to you guys about was more or less just how I've been feeling over the last few days, which to me was very eye-opening, considering I had so much that I have been doing and I didn't realize that it had caught up to me. Okay. And I wanted to let you know, sometimes we are in this season and we're like, what are we doing? And I have to let you know, we are in a season where we just have to trust the unseen. When God is preparing you for more than you understand. And he has been doing this. And I have learned something about myself. Sometimes when God is teaching me, he might be teaching me a year in advance of what's coming ahead of what I'm doing. And I usually go, okay, and I'm ready for it. It was just like when he told me I was going to start Let's Direct Our Own Path. He gave me that vision 2 years before I was even able to start the mission. Okay. And so when I started realizing what he's doing, what he's teaching me, it made me become more intentional about what's happening day to day within my own life. And I don't know about anybody else, but have you ever asked yourself, like, what season am I in? What am I doing this for? Because it seems like I'm doing a lot and it seems like nothing is moving in the direction that I want to do. Or you praying and you're like, God, is heaven even hearing me? Because heaven's kind of quiet right now. God's voice is real quiet when I need him the most. And you ever feel like you're working, but it doesn't feel like it's enough. Or you just making ends meet and you're like, what this isn't the promise that you gave me? Like, this isn't the promise that you gave me. And you find yourself that way. And that's where I found myself at yesterday, which was very interesting. And it's not that I don't trust in God, because he knows that he's first. He's first. My ratchetness happened now comes that he made my ratchetness take a backseat to him, which was very humbling. But anyway, that's what season I found myself in. And I'm going to tell you guys, yesterday I was at work. Everything was going well. I had got in the car. I was happy. I got in the car. I was smiling. Was going to put on my music, but my phone for some reason started downloading a little slow. And I was like, oh, this is where I'm going to just start driving. And then, it'll catch up, whatever. It's I was over an hour away. So for this job, and I was like, whatever, maybe it's the area I'm in, so I'm just going to start driving and heading back the way I came, so the phone will have time to catch up. And within that same moment of everything happening, and I'm like trying to get ready to bop to this song, I busted out in tears, y'all. Your girl just was crying in the car, just straight crying. And I'm like, wait a minute, I was just happy. Now I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling overworked. I'm feeling overwhelmed. And I'm like, what is going on? Because everything that was happening that moment seemed to start shattering in my life. And I said, okay, God, why am I crying? Yeah, like I really want to know, why am I bugging right now? And as I was asking him, everything started to pop up in my head. The bills, the kids, me building the business, me wanting to keep my plans within God's heart, within his reach. Everything just started to come up, and I was like, oh wow. The feeling of, why do I have to keep waiting, and loneliness, and just so many different things started popping up. And then I realized the expectations that I have for the things that I'm going through weren't quite ready for me yet, or I wasn't quite ready for them yet. And I was like, what? Sometimes you guys got to know that your spirit, and this is why I love God so much, because sometimes your spirit knows something before he even gives it to you, so that your soul could receive it. Your spirit receives it. This is why I tell people to live so much by the spirit, because the spirit was crying, because it realized the sacrifice in this season that I was finna have to make if I'm going after the things that God said is for me. But when my spirit was crying, it was giving my body, my soul, a chance to acclimate to what was happening. That I wasn't quite ready. I don't know if I wasn't ready to receive it or what, but my body now had to acclimate to what God was just putting in motion. I want to make sure I tell y'all this right. For some of us, the mission of what God put inside of us, it's not small, and it's heavy, because it's more than your soul that is attached to it. And when it's more than just your soul attached to something so powerful, God has to make sure he's putting it in the right hands. He cannot give you something that he doesn't think you're qualified for. He can't give you something that he thinks you're going to destroy. And when I was reading, and let me slow down because I want to tell you guys about what I was reading in the process, right? But without warning, he was already warning me of a change that I was going to have to get ready to make in my life. So I cried. I'm crying in the car. I'm just crying, right? All of a sudden I'm asking God, not to leave me or forsake me or whatever I'm going through in this moment. Don't let me do it without him. I'm just in the car. I'm crying because I don't really know what's going on. Because if you was in the car with me, it was a real bipolar moment, y'all. I went from being happy, giddy, to just crying. Ugly cry too. Don't even know why I'm crying. And it wasn't like one of those cries that you can turn off. No, all of a sudden you just crying. Crying. Just crying, baby. Just crying. Anyway, to make a long story short, I had this whole cry in the car. And after I was done crying, I can hear, "You still my big girl. You're still my big girl. You're still my big girl. But you gonna have to still fight. And it ain't over. The fight ain't over. The war ain't over. We have not gotten our victory yet. So I can't coddle you yet." And I was like, what? Y'all, I'm getting chills just talking about this. And I'm just like, what? Like, make this make sense. Went home. Now that I done cried and did all of that, talked to the kids for a minute, I lay down on the couch. I ended up going to sleep. In the middle of all of what happened, I went home and went to sleep. When I got up, my baby like, "I can smell your chicken," because I didn't want to put some chicken and stuff in the crock pot. She's like, "I can smell your chicken." So I'm getting up. I'm like, okay, it's time for me to finish making this chicken Alfredo and stuff for dinner. And in the midst of all of this, I was like, "God, what are we doing? Why am I laying down in the middle of the day? I feel exhausted. I feel burnt out. I'm feeling like, what is all of this for?" And in my teaching that he gave me last night was Ezekiel 13. I'm not going to go through and read it with you guys, but read Ezekiel 13. When I first read it, fear came over me. I'm not gonna lie. I got fearful. Because in Ezekiel 13, it was talking about false prophecies, doing things out of your spirit of imagination versus the spirit of God, and I think it was whitewashing, whitewashing, where the people of Israel was the prophecy was the basically was covering up what was happening with war, covering up the war with peace. This is what was happening in my spirit. My spirit was already letting me know we're still in war. My body was getting happy. My spirit was happy. I was happy. I was in a happy mood. And it was like, baby, you happy, but right now we are at war. We are at war. And you too happy to be at war. And I was trying to make sense of everything that was going on at the time. So when he took me to Ezekiel to read chapter 13, to be honest with you, I felt I felt even more unqualified than where I was at, because I'm like, hey, bro. Why are you showing me this? He said so many of us, like me, we whitewash things down and we try to make peace with it. Me with the bills, me with the kid, me with building the business, me being in my purpose and having God in my heart, me waiting, me being lonely, me being able to just have a bigger expectation of like, I'm doing all of this. Where's the rest of the people who are supposed to help me? My expectations. I was whitewashing them. And he was like, that's false. You can't do that. And he doesn't want us to deceive ourselves. And when he was teaching me this when he was teaching me this, I was like, why are you teaching me this right now? Why am I learning this lesson this way right now? And he was like, where I'm heading in life, he don't want his truth of who he is to be whitewashed. He said, some of these rooms that you're stepping in, these people might not even believe in me. But I'm calling you in there to make a change. People don't like their systems disrupted. He said, so your season of having to have discernment has to be turned up even greater. But you dancing in this joy, people not going to understand. And he wanted me to understand that right now, that expectation of me wanting this peace, this extra peace. He said, you're not about to get peace in what you're about to go into. This is what he was breaking down and making me have to understand in Ezekiel. You're not about to look for this. And he said, and when the rain comes and the violence break out, he got to make sure that you anchored in him, in his truth, so that it can rain his victory. But you're not going to get that enjoying the room. I was enjoying the room when I was at work with the people, that I even left with peace and happiness, which is what he wants. But you don't know when you're at war with the things that are warring against you. And he said, and that's scary, because they want you to stay locked into this 9 to 5 when I have so much more for you, but you're happy. There's going to come a time in your life when the veil is lifted. And the things that God really has for you have to prevail. And when he let them prevail, when he let your victory reign, that is when he wants you to have your biggest joy. He loves the fact that you're fighting for his people. He loves the fact that you're being who he's called you to be. But when he wants you to stand in a different victory, it's to help bridge the gap of where the insurrection of people mentality has gone. You don't want people led astray when he's giving you a mission to bring them into unity. He said there's different type of people out here. And when you're able to reach people on different levels and bring them peace and bring them comfort, you have to be careful because you're the attack. And he don't want you to get misled in the attack. So right when I started crying and I was looking for God to have shelter, he was letting me know this is a different fight where you're standing, not just on him, but in him. He said, and when you're standing in him, that's a different level of authority he's releasing to you. And when you get this kind of power, he don't want you to do what Israel did and whitewash it or gloss it over and lie to the people about a peace when we are at war with the things that are not of him. Mm. 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 For some of us, what we're doing is because God said, help him set his people free. Help set his people free. Mm. It's your girl, Trisha. I think we're in a season where we have to be really careful of what we're hearing, what we're doing, and where we're going. And somehow, I'm still pondering over it, is that he wants us to really dive into Ezekiel 13, because right now, our city, our country, the United States, I know we're all trying to make it seem like we're having so much peace with it, but we're all in turmoil. And it's so much that is going on that requires us to find more unity and helping bring people back to God than we ever have. And he said it's very hard. It's very hard. It's very hard when we are still stuck. Oh. Anyway, it's your girl Trisha. I just want to let you guys know we are always in each one teach one season. So if you see your brother or sister crown tipping, I say help them fix it. You ain't got to tell them you've helping them, but help them fix it. But do me a bigger favor. Don't be a reason that their crown is tipping. Don't be that reason. It's enough hurt. It's enough anger in the world. It's time to play a new tune. And again, it's your girl, Latricia. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. And everything is listed below. Again, if you feel led, go ahead and connect with your girl.